Hey everyone, Sarah here, and I am back with the second video in the Pinterest pop-up series. For those of you who haven't seen the first video or don't know who I am the owner of Sarah Elle Photography, and I am a fashion-focused teen and senior photographer currently based in New Jersey. I'm also one of the Eye on Fashion bloggers for Modern Teen Style, and I am the in-house fashionista for Senior Style Guide. So if you haven't seen the first video in this series, I suggest you take some time after this video to go back and take a look at it. It covers the difference between public boards and secret boards on Pinterest and how you can use both of them to your business advantage. And it also explains why it's important to have a board for all of your work. In today's video, I'm going to talk to you guys about something a little bit different. I'm going to explain to you how to use Pinterest and your blog in conjunction with one another, and in the process, how to boost your SEO. So let's get started. Today's video is actually going to spend less time on Pinterest and more time on your website. So before you get started trying this out on your own, I want you to make sure that you know two things. One, which website platform you're working from and how you can edit the images individually within that website platform. And two, I want you to make sure that your Pinterest pinning feature is turned on for your images. My website is a WordPress-based website, and I actually have the ability to turn it on and off for each individual image. So I want you to make sure that you know how to do that and where that is, and I want you to make sure it's turned on for your images once you try what I'm going to show you. So what I'm going to show you is how to edit the description and the title of your image. So here I am. I'm going to edit the image here. How you do this might be different on your website. Every platform is a little bit different. So that's why I want you to make sure how to do it on your platform so that, the steps are basically the same. Edit the image, do this, do that. I'm going to show you all of that, but it might be found in different spots on your website. But for the sake of today's video, I'm going to show you how to do it through mine. So here I'm going to edit the image. Now I've already done this for each of these images because this is an old blog post, but here when I first uploaded it, it would say like DSC underscore, a number. So, because that's what the camera names the image, but you want to change it to something that describes the image itself. And I also want you to make sure, this is important, I want you to make sure that you include your location. So for me, South Jersey works. It's kind of a broad sounding location, but it's the market that I'm trying to reach, and I'm trying to catch that big of a net. So for you, it could be as narrowed in as what town you're in or what city you're in, but for me, South Jersey works. But I want you to make sure that you add in your location to every single image. So for me, I put South Jersey Senior Photographer. That's what I want Google to click on and to pick up on for me. So, but because my brand is fashion based, I also make sure to describe what the girl is wearing, especially if it's a name brand clothing line. So for her, it was a Bebe two-piece beaded crop top and skirt. And then I threw in Glam Senior just because. So pick 2 or 3 things to describe the image and make sure one of those is including your location. So update that. And if it's a similar image like this next one, same outfit, same kind of location, you can use the same description. There's no point in reinventing the wheel for every single image. So here again, Bebe two-piece beaded crop top and skirt, Glam Senior, South Jersey Senior Portrait Photographer. So don't reinvent the wheel for every image. Don't drive yourself nuts. Copy, paste, make it easy peasy. So I'll scroll down and show you a different type of image like this one. So for this one, obviously, I made sure that I described it differently, used different, alternative text for it because it's not the same outfit. It's not the same location. It's a totally different feel. So edit that again. Here, as you can see, I put fall senior session. Morristown Community House is the actual location of where we shot this image. So I wanted to make sure that it picked up on that because that's a very well-known location in my area and it gets Googled a lot and visited a lot. So I wanted to make sure that I attach myself to that location through this image. And again, a South Jersey Senior Photographer. Update that. Okay, so now here's the same blog published. It's live. And why you want to make sure you have the Pinterest feature turned on is because of this. You want to be able to let people pin it straight from Pinterest. And I actually want you to pin them straight to Pinterest as well, to your Pinterest board, which if you watched the last video, you should already have by now, right? Right? Wink, wink. Okay, so here you go. I clicked pin it. Give it just a second. And look at that. How awesome is that, you guys? It already has the description. All those keywords that you already spent time naming your image, it's already in there. Pinterest has picked it up from the title of your image. That's, oh my gosh, you guys, that is such a time saver. I do not have to go back into Pinterest now and edit every image that I'm trying to load. So there we go. I'm going to pin it straight to my board, which again, if you watched the last video, you should already have. And I'll show it to you. Look at that. Oh my gosh, you guys, is that not so easy? And look, there again is the description, the words that you chose. So that's why it's important to make sure that you're using words and keywords that matter to you and your brand. So I'm not just going to say like red brick wall. That doesn't help my brand at all. But, you know, baby two-piece beaded crop top and skirt definitely helps my brand. That's the type of girl that I work with. And so when they're Pinterest and they're looking up things like that, they might find my image. So why does all of this matter? Well, look, when I click that image from Pinterest, it goes straight back to my website. That's amazing. So when people are looking up these things on Pinterest, you know, they're fashion based or South Jersey senior photographer, and they come across your stuff, it can direct link back to your website. Look at that. Direct link back to your website. That alone is going to help boost your SEO because more visitors from more IPS addresses are visiting your website, and that's important. But also, all of the things that you are describing it as are being picked up by Google. So the more images on your blog that have those descriptive words are going to be picked up by Google. So that's why I want you to make sure that you use the same location for all of the images. And I want you to go through your blog and I want you to update each of your images. And you know, you can do it from here forward. Don't drive yourself nuts going backwards trying to update them. But if you have time, definitely do that. I mean, it is the down season right now, so it might be worth going back and editing the images to describe your location and describe the image so that Google will start to pick up on those. That's kind of cool, right? How what you name your images can affect what gets put on Pinterest and drive traffic back to your website, all while helping to boost your SEO. I think that's pretty cool. So if you have any questions, feel free to get a hold of me. My info will be on the screen after the video is over. And if you need anything, let me know. In love and fashion, I'm Sarah.